Hey, what's going on, everybody? Just another beautiful spring-like day in November. Taking it all in, and I decided to revisit a waterfall that I checked out kind of amongst a bunch of other waterfalls when I started doing this. And I feel like it deserves more love, so I'm out here just on the side of the train tracks, or walking down the middle of the train tracks, I guess, just past Folly Lake. I'm just gonna head into a path that should be up here on the left. Yeah, I think the path is anytime on the left. Yeah, I can see it now. Last time I was here, I kind of walked up beside the falls and tried to get a couple pictures of them from afar. And it felt like it was just thrown in there, and there's a pretty big set. So I think what we're gonna do this time is try to walk right up the river instead of trying to walk on the path beside them. I'll post a link to the to that adventure that I'm referring to, and hopefully I can even get the drone out. We'll see though. Like I said at the start of this hike, this is my second time coming to this one. And where I did it before, I don't know if you can tell, but up there on the ridge, that's where the path goes. But once you're up there, I tried to come down and get a better picture, and I fell a little ways in the wet moss, and I cut my hand a little bit. Nothing major, but walking up the river, even without rubber boots on, isn't a big deal. It's a little bit slow going because there's so many big rocks and boulders and stuff, but I recommend walking under the tracks from Folly Lake. I parked just off the lake past the Lafarge parking area and followed the tracks until I saw an obvious path. I could hear the water, and I just followed the river up. And I think I'm like a few minutes from the road. So, you know, if you take pictures of Wentworth Falls and even the Heart Lake Falls, don't scratch this one off your list because it's just off the side of the highway. A little bit of easy bushwhacking, not thick. And here I am at the base of the waterfall. Caveat for me now is trying to get a little bit of higher ground and see the whole thing, because it's kind of cascading down in a couple different tiers, so I'll see how close I can get to things. Best way to do that, I'll admit. It's not super hard, but it's a little more difficult holding a big selfie stick. I keep going. These just keep going up and up. You see that? That's for you, hon. I need like some type of Inspector Gadget selfie stick. I'm gonna go up around for this one. I was hoping it wouldn't be this much climbing. This is supposed to be an easy one. Man, whatever looks easy has got holes and rotten spots. Nothing too treacherous, just pain in the ass. At least I'm getting the rough climb out of the way at the first. The dangerous thing about this is everything's rotten and wet, but it's not that steep. It might look steep to you guys, but I already took the tumble and didn't even drop the camera. Oh, stuff I bring in my hiking bag. For camera gear, I gotta bring water. See all the hard work I put in for you guys? You should share this video on your Facebook for me. Either way, just watching it's enough. With any extra help I can get, really appreciate it. Kind of reminds me of the horse pasture brook falls. Just kind of keeps cascading, going down. Just the walk's harder. Oh. I'm gonna look up around one more corner. I'll update you when you get there. And then hopefully that's the top. Okay, so after doing some thick bushwhacking, which wasn't fun, with lots of mossy rotten holes to fall through, nothing dangerous or painful, just a pain in the ass, I finally came to where it looks like the gorge kind of ravine, whatever you want to say, kind of widens out and flattens out a little bit. So I think it's safe to say that I've climbed to the top of the last falls. There might be a couple small ones, but it's looking pretty tame up here. I'm gonna check out one last bend, and then I'm gonna try to find somewhere to fly the drone, and then I'll get out of here. Might fly the drone right here. It's just a little bit of a canopy though. Canopy. It's a nice looking little falls. I don't know if I'd recommend, you know, going as high as I did. You can see with a little bit of climbing, you can see the main chunk of it. But given the amount of bushwhacking that I had to do to get here, how winded I am, and I'm in like, I don't know, mediocre shape just because I hike a lot. And I'm pretty winded, so yeah, it doesn't look like much is going on up there. Time to find a place to fly the drone and leave. That's gonna do it for another one. It's pretty quick overall. I mean, the hiking part for me was a little bit of work, but you know, it's not the most exciting hike or waterfall, but definitely worth checking out if you're in the Wentworth area anyway, because it is, the bulk of the waterfalls are just off the side of the train tracks. Just park down by Folly Lake, follow the train tracks for like 2.5 minutes, you'll see a path, and I recommend walking up the creek. Get a couple pictures, and I don't really recommend, you know, hiking up to the top. It's just kind of a miserable hike with the wet moss and rotten wood, but you can always see it on my video. Anyway, follow me on facebook.com/New Scotland, and subscribe on YouTube if you haven't done so. See you guys next time.